So I make about one YouTube video a week, and it usually takes me about a total of 10 hours. Now, this is because I do have a 9 to 5, and I am a dad, I'm a family man, and I have a lot of responsibilities outside of just making YouTube videos. I figured on this video, I'm gonna share with you my process and how I break down my week to get one video out every single week. Now, what's meta about this video is that I'm actually on a work trip right now, and I flew in early kind of on purpose, mostly because now I have time to make this video, shoot this video, and before the rest of the people from work start showing up and I have to go to meet with them and everything. And honestly, when you're flying, I love how simple my setup is. It's usually just an iPad and my phone. Now, right now I'm shooting on my DJI Action 4 action camera, and it's actually amazing because of how small it is. And I love all the smoothness that it does while walking, while running. So it's got a built-in stabilizer, and my setup is really small. And I just have it on a small tripod, which you can kind of see. I don't know if you can. Can I turn this on? Yep. Right there. So my content week actually starts on the weekends. I use Saturday and Sunday kind of loosely, mostly at nighttime when I have time since the kid is asleep. And I use that time to research and figure out what topic I want to make a video about, for the following week. And for that, I usually use comments, to kind of get ideas, maybe some questions that need to be addressed in a video. I use Claude AI to kind of get an idea as well. I usually tell it like what I'm covering right now. So for right now, the series is mostly about, starting on YouTube. And so I'll kind of get some ideas from there. But what's really helpful, since I do have, a backlog of YouTube videos on YouTube, I actually go to YouTube Studio and use the Ask Studio, which is YouTube's AI. And this AI has already all the data that it needs from my analytics. So I can tell it something like, based on my top performing videos, what are some topics I should cover? Or can you go and take a look at the comments from my top performing videos and find some topics that I need to cover on my next video? Now, I have already put some of those helpful prompts in a free PDF that you can actually access. I'll put a link for it in the description below, and that way you get to subscribe to my newsletter as well. So after I nail down the topic that I need to cover, I kind of think about the shot list. What kind of shots do I need to take for this video? And it kind of depends on the video. Sometimes it could be just a talking head like this one. And I just kind of plan out what B-roll shots that I need to take to, to support the main topic points. And if you don't know what B-roll is anytime you're shooting something, an object that's not you, that's not the main character. So this right here is called an A shot. It's a talking head because I am the subject. And B-roll is basically when, for example, I'm talking about my iPad and I take a nice panning shot of the iPad. That's called a B-roll. And once I have all those shots kind of ready, roughly kind of sketched out, then I am ready for Monday to shoot. Now, Mondays is usually my lightest day for work. I don't have a lot of meetings that day, and I actually work remote. So what I do is I usually try to start early on Mondays, so that way I can use 2-3 hours in the afternoon after I'm done working to shoot my videos. And one thing that's been kind of helpful for me is during the shoot, that's when I actually shoot the thumbnail as well. It's very important because in the past I have been where I've shot the whole video and everything, and then after I edit it and upload, I was like, oh snap, I need to take a thumbnail. And then I scramble trying to figure out how to shoot the thumbnail. And a lot of people tell you actually, when you have a topic, first thing you should think about is the title and the thumbnail, because the click, you gotta make sure that whatever you're gonna create, however you package it, that it kind of it intrigues people and kind of provokes them to click on your video. So on a typical day like Tuesday, basically I am busy with work, and then once I'm done with working, my son is out of school, and after that it's basically family time. So I spend time, with the family, dinner, play, all that stuff until about 7:30, and that's when my son goes to bed. It's very important for me as a a family man to spend time with my wife. So I usually spend about an hour after he goes to bed to hang out and catch up with my wife, watch a show or something like that. So then after that, around 9 o'clock, that's when I usually go into my office and start editing. I don't like to stay up too late because it usually kind of affects my energy and mood the next morning. So I try to cap it at 11 p.m. So from 9 to 11 p.m., that's when I do my editing on Tuesday, and kind of the same thing on Wednesday. Now, because I'm trying to stay consistent in uploading my video on Thursday at noon, I try to wrap up everything with the video Wednesday night, final touch-ups on the edit. And as I'm exporting and uploading the video, that's usually when I focus on the thumbnail. So that way, that thing is working in the background. I can actually now work on the thumbnail. And my thumbnail, I actually don't like to create heavy edited thumbnails. I try to keep it, more personal. So it's usually a picture of my face with some supporting texts or some logos or design, depending on what I'm talking about. All right, so now that the export is done and we're uploading to YouTube and we got the thumbnail already done, now on YouTube, I like to use a tool called vidIQ. vidIQ has been really helpful in making sure all the metadata of the video is good. So even when I have like a topic idea or a title in my head, I usually still double check it with vidIQ, see what kind of score I get. And usually once I put that in, then vidIQ will kind of show me some alternate, titles that could be scoring better. So I look at those. They're not always like 100%, but every now and then you get some really good titles with high scores, and I go and pick some of those and put it in there. Now, if there's 2 or 3 that I really like and I can't pick one, that's when I use the A/B testing feature in YouTube Studio. And what that is basically after let's say you put one title, the first, second, and third titles, and I usually actually just do 2 titles. I don't go all 3. But what it does is that it pushes your video out, and then it tries, like as it shows it to different people, it will show one title 1, and then other people will show title 2, and then kind of see which one actually attracts people to click on your video. And the one that actually gets the most traction, the most clicks, then at the end YouTube will say, okay, this is the title that works best for your video. So then it just sticks to that title that's working. And you can also do the same thing with thumbnails. I don't usually spend a lot of time with thumbnails. I know I need to, but I usually have one thumbnail and then I'll upload it and see how the video does. And if I need to go back later, day 2 or 3, and see if I need to refresh the thumbnail or if I had a better idea for a thumbnail, then I'll do that as well. Now that we got our video scheduled, then on Thursday, I don't have to worry about it. I'm actually relaxed, and Thursdays usually I'm busy at work as well. So it goes out as scheduled at noon, and I kind of like go in and out, on my breaks and just kind of check on the comments. So if there is any comments, then I would go ahead and engage and reply back, because having those kind of engagement in the first 24 hours of the video is really helpful. And then on Friday, I usually spend about an hour after work where I work on my newsletter. Usually on the newsletter, I kind of summarize what the video is about. It kind of becomes the topic of the newsletter. So that way I don't have to think about like some other things that I need to write about. It's just I'm using my video, I'm expanding on it a little bit more, and then putting it in the newsletter. And if you're not familiar with the newsletter, it's called Adil's Creative Pulse. I usually talk about creative stuff, creativity, creative life, and then I usually have also at the bottom like a creator spotlight, where if I ran into somebody who I really like what they're working on, super talented, a really good reel or YouTube video, usually I highlight them at the bottom of that newsletter. Now, a lot of people say batch shoot your videos, and for me that just never worked. I feel like with my time structure, with my free time, it's just I never have enough time to actually shoot more than one video. If anything, maybe I'll shoot like the main video and maybe some clips as shorts, but a lot of times what I do, I just shoot the main video and then repurpose it and create some shorts out of it. This is how I shoot one video a week. I feel like right now in my life, in my season of life right now, this is what's working for me. And I'm sure as my kids get older, the the schedule is gonna change, but we adapt. But for the most part, this is how I kind of break it down, and this is what's been working for me for a while now. And in the comments below, let me know what your process is like, how similar or different it is from mine, and what is maybe something new that you learned from this video. I'd love to hear it from you. Until next time, keep making, keep creating. Peace.